Hey everybody, this is Josh with Project Nerd and Sexy Nerd Science. We are live today from Colorado Springs Comic-Con doing our first celebrity guest interviews. I'm joined by my lovely co-host,
Dru from Project Nerd and Sexy Nerd Science, and we have some lovely guests here.
Everyone's lovely today.
Well,
Lovely, sexy nerds.
yeah.
so we
Yeah, there
try.
So would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Sure, I'm Veronica Taylor.
I am Brittney Karbowski.
And so just for some people that might not know, or do you guys want to say a couple of your things you're known for as far
Yeah, sure.
as...
I think as far as we're here at Colorado Springs Comic-Con, so the big thing, we've done a gazillion things, but at a Comic-Con, it's a one or two things. I'm known for playing Ash on Pokemon in the first 8 years of the show, and that's my big, I'm Pokemon.
I'm trying to pick Black Star from Soul Eater, Wendy from Fairy Tale, perhaps, or Hitch and Attack on Titan, Cammy from My Hero.
Attack on Titan's so popular right now.
Yeah, that's
Go with that.
huge.
I'd go with that one. Okay.
Let's go with that.
There's-
Yeah.
As to say, we always try and find some diamonds in the rough through there, but you always have your big names that you guys have, like Pokemon and Attack on Titan. I did see that you did something for Halo at one point in time, and so I'm a big video gamer, if you can't tell, and so I wanted to kind of pick that out here and go from there. But so first off, we like to say thank you for sitting down with us and talking with us.
Sure.
How do you guys feel about the con this year?
It's been super.
Yeah,
We were just saying it's been busy, so we're sitting next to each other and we haven't even had any time to talk.
like none.
So, yeah, and I mean, I don't think I took a quick break for lunch yesterday, but otherwise I've been at my table the whole time. So it's been a great success, I think.
Yes, definitely. A lot of people.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could even fit that many people into the area. It was really
Yeah.
great. Nice and crowded.
Yeah,
Amazing. People in Colorado are so interesting and grounded and creative, and I've met so many wonderful families here, and it's just a fantastic place.
Really
Now,
is.
before we started recording, you had mentioned that you hadn't been able to see kind of the inside of the mall from
Yeah.
from here.
Yeah.
We have a lovely front row seat to anybody who's going to sit in the panels, but also yesterday we had a really good view of the entirety of the line that was inside that wrapped down and back
Yeah, wow.
of people who were looking to enter the convention.
Probably the most amount of people that have been in a mall in about 25 years.
Yeah, well, we need that resurgence because many malls are closing, so this
Yeah.
is a great way to bring people in.
It's a great use of the space, too.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, I hate seeing dead stores. We've got a couple. Drew and I are from Omaha, Nebraska. We've got a couple malls in Nebraska area there that just have nothing in them, and it costs too much money to tear them down, but it is not profitable for a business to go up in there. So having a convention, rented out every once in a while is
It's a great idea.
Which actually might be
Great
a good
idea.
idea for like Crossroads now that we think about it. But anyway, we'll
What's
talk about that
Crossroads?
later.
It's one of our malls
It's
in
one of the
Omaha.
malls
that-
that's-
Oh, right,
It used
Crossroads,
to,
those
it
malls.
used to
yeah.
be on the two main streets in Omaha.
Yeah.
Like the metropolis area, and then as it expanded west and east, or I guess west and south, that became less the center of the city. So they started moving stuff out west, and that one just kind of died. I mean, they're renting out spaces just for office, like
Right.
just for people who are doing small businesses that don't need retail space, but just to make some money because, like Josh said, it's too expensive to tear it down.
Right. Well, I think this is a good point, and perhaps everyone on Twitch could think about this some. But the fact is that we all are on our phones or all are on our computers, and then everyone's ordering online. And having a convention, which is the greatest way to get in touch with people and see people in your community and build new communities. That's what a mall or even going to a store does, where you talk to the people who bring in things. You can, if you're looking for something, they can order it for you, and you start building your community that way. And so I do think that you still need the brick and mortar stores, just like you still need to go to, not product placement here, but GameStop or something to talk to people about things. With the old video stores, you'd go and you would get a recommendation for a video from a person who had watched the movie. And we are losing the community. And this is a great reminder of how much community is important in our lives. And even everyone who's watching on Twitch, that's a community. And you get in touch somehow, and maybe you meet up at a convention.
Yeah.
So I do think it's important that we all still reach out as I reach out, to connect with people.
That definitely speaks to kind
Yeah.
of how, I mean, I think not directly correlates, but how the kind of society has kind of been at each other's throats a little bit. It's because nobody's doing things like
Talking to each
talking
other.
to each other.
Yeah.
So, and getting out there, you don't go talk to your grocer every week or anything like that, because people are just picking it up online,
Right.
or ordering online, picking up in store, which for some people it's really awesome, and busy lives and everything, which I get, but also
need to reach out.
you lose that human aspect of it.
Yeah,
so.
because I think isolation breeds fear. And so without that, reaching out and seeing how much we all have in common, then you lose sight of that, and then you get afraid of people because they might be different from you. And without speaking to people one-on-one, you don't realize how much we're all the same and how much we all share. So I do think it's important to have community. But along with that, like with things, especially anime and great projects that we all have worked on things, they're so creative and so out there that it's great to be inspired by that kind of storyline or the animation, and then come out into the real world and develop your ideas, talking with people, even here talking to people who've seen stuff that you liked, and that you come together, and then new ideas come, and that's how we build creatively.
Yeah.
And I like that in this environment, especially where we're at right now. For those of you guys that can't see, we are in an old storefront, and we have our signage where the mannequins would be in a normal storefront.
We're somewhat mannequins
and
here.
as people walk by, they see the guests that we have here, and we put them there for that reason, so people walking by can see it and be like, oh my gosh, these are the faces to the voices for childhood. What's going on? And people that wouldn't normally be in this community for any other reason are at the mall, and they see the people here, and they use that as an opportunity to be like, maybe I should check out the Comic-Con today.
Right.
And those are really, yes, the diehards who are going to go to every Comic-Con and follow people, just 10 a year, they go to everyone they know. But the ones who have never been to a convention before or never thought to, when you're already at the mall, it's that much easier for them to say like, oh,
Just
yes,
pop in.
I'm going to come in and just see how things are. And, oh my gosh, like these celebrity guests are here. Like, I had no idea. Let me meet the voice. Let me meet the person who, I had a great talk with Jimmy Walker today.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane. I never
Amazing.
thought I'd be able to just be like, oh yeah, I just casually had a conversation with Jimmy Walker.
Right.
But at a comic book convention, that happens. And
Yeah.
I love this community for that reason, to be able to, con environments are some of the most accepting, the most loving and caring environments for everybody. And that's what made me want to do this more, start a podcast so we can be at more conventions.
Right.
I want to surround myself with people like this all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I as for you guys, you guys probably go to more conventions than I do, and it's got to be nice to be able to. I've seen some of the interactions, especially with Veronica, the people standing in line in front of us. The interactions, people's days are made. So, do we have a question from Twitch? So, okay, we do have a quick Twitch question. I can't check it on my watch.
Any plans to attend future cons in the UK?
Yes.
I do not have any in the UK as of now. I would love to. But
I'll be in London MCM October.
London MCM.
Awesome.
For
Be
the
there, be
Twitch
square.
streaming.
Yeah.
Perfect. So
That was our first viewer question that we've ever had.
I just like that you're
thank you
checking
so
in on
much
your
for-
watches. We could go all the way back to Get Smart or further back to Dick Tracy. Like, this is all see where things came
we're
from.
very
ideas.
connected. So
You're
Dale's our
so
tech,
connected.
Dale's our tech guy, so he just texted us the question. So
Way
we
to
have-
go. And instead of walking over, we've just been talking about face-to-face communication. Okay, so that's
just pops
lost
in
on
for a
everyone.
second.
yeah, he's like, check your watch.
Yeah.
Sometimes the behind-the-scenes guys make a huge difference.
Sometimes,
and,
all the time.
yes,
All the time.
we couldn't do what we're doing here without them helping us.
True.
So kind of ask, do you guys have anything going on next as far as acting goes?
Yes, go ahead.
You go ahead.
Oh, all right. Let's see. Right now, Kami just got introduced in My Hero Academia. Hitch is about to have some fun stuff with Attack on Titan.
So I'm caught up to season 2, so
Almost.
Where are you now? Are you in season 2? still?
For Attack on Titan, we are in 3
yeah.
Okay.
right now.
So
And I am Car Nintendo in Gamers at Sentai Filmworks. And then please look out in September because I have something very big to announce in September.
Awesome.
Wow.
We'll be out there.
Cliffhanger.
I'm excited
Right?
about that one. I wish
I like how
could.
she just dropped that little nugget right there at the end.
I also like how you can remember everything you're working on. I have a really hard time with that. It just kind of blobs together in my brain.
You're like, you do so
I
much.
just go to work and then, because I do so many weirdo things, from so many, I would say, voice-related projects, not necessarily just animation. So it all kind of globs together.
Yeah.
But animation-wise, I'm working on an anime called Aria that we started it, not we, but I'm part of the project that started the Kickstarter for that.
Okay.
And so we are in the middle of recording season 2. And then we have a season 3 as well. So that's exciting. I'm doing some video games that I don't know the name of, so it's no secret except from me. I have no idea what it's called, but it's super. And I wish you could help me. I'm doing other stuff, a lot of audiobooks and other kooky
How does one get
things.
into audiobooks? Because I just introduced our techie guy Dale to the audiobooks. I'm a big Star Wars fan, and
Right?
I love the Star Wars
with
audiobooks.
Mark Thompson reading?
Mark Thompson.
Yeah.
Oh man,
He's
I can't remember the other
amazing.
one for like the female.
I only
Series.
I only pay attention to Mark Thompson.
Mark Thompson's fantastic.
He
But
was
do we have
Casey to
7
my April and
questions?
Ninja Turtles, so I really only care
I
about
love
him
Casey
in the world.
Jones.
Yeah, I don't, but April did. Just kidding, just kidding.
How does one get into audiobook?
Look how I evaded all of that
Yeah.
to go. Audiobooks. So I think the first thing to do I would recommend is you read. You can volunteer at the library. You can work on things at home. Sometimes someone might hire you to do something. Starting out with smaller children's books is a great idea because it's the storyline is more simple and you can have a little more fun with the voices. And if you wanted to practice at home, it's a short book to read, and as you get bigger and bigger, because an audiobook essentially you're sitting in a booth for 6-8 hours a day, very still recording. You have to mark up your script so you know where all the characters are and all of that. It's really intense work. So starting with a smaller book is probably an easier way to kind of get into it. How do you network to get into it? I'm not really sure. I got into it. I do a lot of English as a second language audio workbooks for people in other countries, and I got into audiobooks through my connections in that, which is a totally random thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Do you have any like known audiobooks, like well-known books that you do audio for reading?
Yes, I have a lot. I do this Amish murder mystery, the Kate Burkholder series. I do. I'm working on a great book called Samantha Spinner and the Super Secret Plans. That's good for kids like 3rd through 7th grade. We're about to do book 2 on that.
Like a Junie B. Jones type book.
It's better than that. It's more adventure, and they go around the world. She and her brother, Samantha Spinner and her brother, and then, gosh, I've gotten to record great authors like Judy Blume and her kids' books and adult book. I don't know, tons of stuff. I don't want to take up the time with this,
No, you're
but
fine.
if on Twitter I record the audiobooks under a different name, so on my Twitter bio you can see the other name and look it up on. This is not product placement, but on Audible. You can find a lot of this.
We totally agree. Anything you guys want to
Placement is
plug
good.
on the podcast?
Yeah, but I mean, like,
please do.
I don't. You can find the books everywhere, but
we
I
are-
work a lot for Macmillan and
We have
Penguin
our
Random House.
Audible plug that we do, so
Well,
not
it's an
product
easy way to
placement.
find stuff.
Yeah.
For sure. So yeah, but there's when you have a list that's really really long, it's kind of
Awesome.
dumb. To
I haven't
go
done very many. I have just got done doing my first official audiobook.
through. Did you?
Oh man.
And it was Color World books, and they're here.
What does that mean, Color World books?
It's like a series of books, and
Yeah.
the author's here.
Oh, wow.
At this show, and yeah, it's by Rachel Kelly, and they're really cool.
Oh, that's neat. Did you
Yeah.
meet her here?
I actually met her through cons.
Wow,
And,
that's
yeah,
cool.
It's very neat. But that was, so I guess you could get the connection through that. It's one of
Through
those
the
things.
connections, yeah.
Comic
You
Con.
don't know where you're gonna meet people yet.
I'll just have to
Yeah.
go up to like random people just doing voices, and they're like, "Is that your real voice?" I was like, "No."
No,
But it's
I
how
do
the
voices
thing
really
about
well.
audiobooks is telling the story.
Yes.
So ultimately, I would say even doing voices for cartoons and all of that, it's really great if you have vocal flexibility.
Yeah.
But what you need to be able to do, and which is why I personally recommend acting classes, is you need to be able to create a full character that lives and breathes and has ideas and can talk and listen and have an objective in the scene, and you're playing all of that when you only have a second to figure all of that out.
Yeah.
With an audiobook, you have time to prep it. But you're working the scene and narrating it through. When you're doing an animation, whether it's anime and you're fitting the lip flap, or you're doing prelay and you get time to do it before, you rarely have time to prepare. So doing a fun voice is good on one level, but it needs to have the depth of reality, even if you're playing a snake or a sheep or a witch, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Perfect. So we kind of keeping it short for you guys here today. Do you guys have any?
Joke? Was that a short joke? I'm not sure. I feel
It
taller
wasn't a sh-
here,
it
but I
wasn't a
just
sh- It wasn't a short joke.
We're all the same size sitting down, practically. Yeah.
I wouldn't know it was over my
kind
head.
of.
So do you guys have any social media you guys would like to kind of plug here before we wrap up?
I am working on Twitter. I'm trying to figure out how to tweet twits lately. So please
luck.
follow me on Twitter.
What's your Twitter?
I'm working on it. It's B Karbowski.
Perfect.
B Karbowski.
And do you have Instagram or anything?
Right now, please do not follow my imposter on Facebook.
Oh.
Right now,
Good point.
I got Facebook jacked, and that is not me, and he is gross. So
Hairier than you are, probably.
he is quite nasty in his messages that he sends to people, etc. That is not me, and we're battling that. Once we battle that, we can put back up my page.
Yeah.
Twitter is great though because you can retweet people and really share stuff. I like
love
it for
that.
that. It's much more interactive.
That's
Yeah.
I
The
think
verification process on Twitter, I think, is a little more secure too than Facebook as well. So
It's very
once you get that
difficult.
blue verified check mark next to your account,
yeah.
I mean, it's hard for somebody to then pretend to be you.
I
guess
this
so.
person has been doing a very good job at that on verified accounts lately.
Interesting.
He's very good at it. Yeah.
Well, we need to find that person and
We
just
know who he is.
put
We're
him down.
working on
Found
it.
already.
Good.
He's found.
Just
Good.
don't support.
Hashtag found. Thanks.
Yeah.
Twitch.
He's going down. We're
Yeah.
working on it.
Awesome.
And I'm at the Veronica T, which is THE Veronica T on Twitter and Instagram, and the Veronica Taylor on Facebook.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for sitting down with us.
This is awesome.
We appreciate
Thank
you guys taking some time
Thank
out of your
you.
day.
I wish I had worn my Nerds Vote T-shirt, which has similar thing with the glasses on it. But everyone, get out and vote. November's
Definitely.
coming.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks. That's a good way to end this, right?
Everyone get out and vote.
Get out and vote. No, get out. Just get outside and do something with people.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
it.
Go to
But,
Comic
I mean, look, we're having a nice time all together. So
Yeah, definitely.
now I guess we'll get off the couch and
Well,
go.
I mean, you guys can.
forth.
You guys can stay as long as you want. I mean, that was the thing. You can come back later. We'll do more. I mean, it's one of those things where
got the
we
comfy
we try to
couches.
make
Yeah.
this as inviting as possible so people want to stay. The
Right.
conversations were really not scripted on anything either, so it's just what do you guys feel like talking about, and let's just go from there because
It's
I
awesome.
think that's
It's been nice.
Pretty much how podcasts end up going anyway. We go off on tangents.
we tried having like when we started like rigid script. We're gonna hit all these points, and
Never
then
happened.
never. Yeah, we
Did you have
derail
other things to
and-
actually talk about?
Yeah, all the time. Oh, so we do Sexy Nerd Science. That's our thing. Me
Yeah.
and Drew and Dale here do Sexy Nerd Science. Iggy, the gentleman over there in the blue, does Project Nerds, the Nerdcast. So we always have we talk about like philanthropy work for like sexy does not just mean looks. It is what people do,
Interesting.
what's on the
Yeah,
inside.
of course.
We talk the nerdy side. We talk the science side.
have a
Dale's got an
feature-
engineering degree. I've got a physics degree and a philosophy degree. So it's kind of
Wow.
fun to.
We have a
It's
feature
great.
we call the Sex Nerd of the Month, and the first one was a very big philanthropist. He's a
Cosplayer.
cosplayer and a sheriff, and he does like
All of it for
these-
charity.
All this charity.
Wow,
work.
amazing.
So
And
he'll come to
so-
a convention, and any money he makes with stuff, it's all celebrity, or it's all going to the charities. So
That's really great.
we love it.
sounds
So,
great.
My charity is myself.
yeah.
Paying my rent, just one day at a time.
Well, we need to
Just
get
a
you
little
back
bit
there.
at a
So I mean, we got it. We don't want to keep you from
Yeah,
the
thanks.
money makers here at the
No,
convention.
it's not about money at all. There's been so many wonderful people at this show. It's been great. So I can't recommend this show enough, or coming to Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
It has
Also,
been great.
It's really great.
Such a
And
good
Garden of
time.
the Gods, great place to go visit.
Yeah.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks.